Revue watchers. My name is David Yazbek. I'm the producer and host of the Thursday Morning Special Blend on CKCU. I'm replacing Kevin this week, and it's my pleasure to be having a chat with Mason Cannell. He's the leading force behind ilvekyo. Mason's right here with me. We're going to be chatting about his music, and we're going to be hearing him play some tunes for us right here at the wonderful Zaphod Bebobrox. So Mason, first of all, tell me about the group, the other group members in addition to yourself.
Well, the group essentially is me. I try to record as many of the instruments as possible. I grew up on the drums, so it starts with that, and then it goes into other instruments, vocals, guitar, bass. I recorded with Eric Eggleston of Johnny Hall Productions in Orleans. So he played some instruments on it, some MIDI and stuff like that. And then James Rook and my friend Liam O'Connor goes by Liam Lloyd in the city. They helped me out with a couple leads, but basically just making records with my friends, and then when it comes to shows, staffing it accordingly, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, there's no one in the band.
So you just pick and choose your musicians, but the creative side of things is all you, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd love a band.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I want nothing more, but people are really busy, especially like the caliber of guys I like to have in my band. I want to surround myself with the best, and the best are busy. So, like either they're playing every night or they got a weekly gig, they're on tour with another band, stuff like that.
So I've been racking my brain. Where does this name ilvekyo come from? What's the history with that?
Well, I tried to create a name that where I could create both my last names. So my mother's maiden name is Vecchio, my last name is Quinnell, and then it was going to be El Vecchio, but I thought that sounded like a wrestler or hurricane or something like that.
Yeah.
So I changed the E to an I, so it was Il Vecchio, and that kind of made sense. And I Googled it, and there was nothing. I wanted something original in that sense, because I really like band names like Wilco, stuff where there's not really a word that exists.
Right.
So I just try to create a word, I guess.
And does that match the style of music that you write at all? Was that intentional that way? Or?
Like the brand of the name?
Yeah.
I don't think so, no. I mean, I should have probably called myself something else, but it didn't. I get a DJ a lot. I sound like a DJ because I'm one guy.
Yeah.
Ilvekyo.
Yeah.
But whatever. Hopefully we can kind of do the uphill climb and create the name for ourselves, right? Create the brand, I guess. Yeah.
Now, you were telling me earlier that you started playing drums when you were about 10 years old.
Yeah.
How did you progress from drums into these other instruments?
So I grew up in a town called Westmeath, Ontario, just an hour and a half down the road.
Uh-huh.
And no cable, no internet. There's a set of drums in the basement. When I get bored of those, there was a guitar in the basement. Started playing guitar. So I played hockey a little bit and stuff like that, but it was mainly just playing drums and guitar.
Right.
Because that was all that could entertain me.
Now, you've been doing ilvekyo for about a year and a half or so?
Yeah, I mean the first upload, I guess was December 1st, 2011, I think. And then we kind of rode that out, see how it goes, and then it got good reaction. So then I decided to cut a whole EP, and then so we've actually been a band, like playing a lot of shows and stuff for about a year.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's really new.
Now, tell me about your songwriting process. Then you've got a lot of options. You play all kinds of different instruments. Obviously, you can do stuff on your own. Now, how do you approach writing a song? Does it just pop into your head? Do you goof around on something? How does that work?
Well, I like. The formula that I've used so far has been guitar riff based.
Uh-huh.
So I'll jam on the guitar. If I hear something unique, I'll turn that into a pattern, and then I'll try and sing over it. Lyrically, it's been. I was discussing this the other day about how lyrics kind of flow. I haven't got into writing songs about much. Like I don't go into a song writing it about something.
Right.
I kind of let a melody flow, so it's pretty much gibberish, and then I kind of piece it together, and then whatever's kind of coming together, I think of something that I want to write it about, and I adjust the melody that way.
Oh, I see.
So I'm not like a songwriter in the sense that, my strong points are melody for sure.
Uh-huh.
It's not like, people might find meaning in the song, and there's some meaning to some stuff, but I like to think that I'm writing melodies and stuff that people can sing along to, like the Chili Peppers don't make any sense, stuff like that. So I kind of use that as an influence in a way where it doesn't really have to be a story. If people are singing along and they know the words and they can take what they want from it,
Right.
essentially that's pretty much it.
Well, I guess that's the way, in some ways, art ought to be, right? It's an interactive process. It's an iterative process, right? You do something, but the person who's witnessing it is going to add their own to it and
Yeah.
interpret it in a way.
Exactly, because when I first started off, I did this section of the website where I tried to explain to people what the songs were about, and it just didn't work out because I think songs should be interpreted the way people want to be interpreted. You know what I mean? They shouldn't be put out there because then they might get bored of it or something like that.
Right.
Lately I've been thinking about what I kind of miss about the people I love. Wish the clocks had no numbers and there was no such thing as miles or kilometers. No, space would not decay us or sway us from believing me when I say, who's one told me not to cry, mother, and who's one always stand beside each other. We don't need no worry, don't need no pain. Oh, who's one told me not to cry, father, pictures I have made. Forget about all the stupid shit that I did when I was young. Remember that I had fun and remember I will always love the best of you. Think about the best of me. Yeah. Who's one told me not to cry? My mother. And who's one always stand beside each other? We don't need no worry, don't need no pain. Oh, now who's one told me not to cry? Mother. To cry, my mother, and who's one always stand beside each other. We don't need no worry, no, don't need no pain. Oh, now who's one told me not to cry, my father.